She was left to die in the snow by her mate until a silver wolf came. Her Emily Carter hit the snow hard. Her mate looked down at her and said, "You were a mistake." Then he turned and walked away. She was left to die. Before the story continues, take a second to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy stories like this. More werewolf drama and powerful alpha stories are coming soon. The cold came fast. Emily tried to crawl. Her hands shook. Her body gave up inch by inch. Blood stained the snow behind her. "Don't sleep," she whispered. Her wolf was fading. Weak. Silent. The bond was gone. Rejected. That pain cut deeper than the cold. She dragged herself forward, then collapsed. Her cheek pressed into ice. Her breath slowed. This was it. No one was coming. Then, a growl. Low, heavy, close. Emily forced her eyes open. Through the storm, a figure moved. Large, steady, watching. A wolf stepped out of the snow. Silver, not gray, not white. Silver that caught what little light remained. His eyes locked on her. Sharp, unforgiving. Her wolf reacted. Not in fear, in recognition. The silver wolf walked closer. Each step felt controlled, powerful, certain. He stopped in front of her, studied her. Then he shifted. Bones cracked. The wolf rose into a man, tall, strong, cold presence. He crouched beside her. "Who did this to you?" he asked. Emily tried to speak. "It doesn't matter." His eyes hardened. "It does now." She let out a weak breath. "He rejected me." Silence. Then, "Look at me," he said. She did. "You're not dying here. If you're still watching, tap like now. It helps push this story to more people like you." He lifted her like she weighed nothing. Emily wanted to protest, but she had no strength left. She faded out in his arms. When she woke, warmth surrounded her. A fire cracked softly. Blankets covered her body. Her wounds were cleaned, bandaged. She turned her head. He was there, sitting, watching. "You're awake," he said. His voice was calm, controlled. "Why did you help me?" she asked. "Because I found you." "That's not a reason." He leaned forward slightly. "It is." She studied him. "You don't even know my name." "Emily." Her eyes widened. "You said it before you passed out." Silence settled between them. Then she spoke. "My mate said I was weak." His jaw tightened. "He said I was nothing." The man stood and walked closer. "Do you believe him?" he asked. Emily looked down. She did not answer. "That's the problem," he said. She looked up. "You survived something meant to kill you." His voice stayed steady. "That's not weakness." Something shifted inside her. Small, but real. "What's your name?" she asked. "Adrian." The name felt heavy. Important. "Adrian." "What?" He held her gaze. "You don't need the rest yet." Her wolf stirred again, stronger this time, drawn to him, pulled closer. "Why do I feel this?" she asked quietly. Adrian stepped closer. Then he said it. "You're mine." Her breath caught. "No, I already had a mate." "Had," he corrected. That word hit hard. If this story is pulling you in, subscribe now so you don't miss what happens next. Emily shook her head. "This doesn't make sense." "It will." A distant howl cut through the air. Emily froze. Her old pack. "They found me," she whispered. Fear rushed back. Adrian did not move. "They won't touch you." The door slammed open. 3 wolves entered. They shifted fast. Men now. And one of them, Daniel, her former mate. His eyes locked on her. Shock flashed. Then anger. "You're alive." Emily stayed silent. Daniel stepped forward. "You belong to me." Adrian moved. 1 step. That was enough. The room changed. The air felt heavy. No, Adrian said. Daniel frowned. And who are you? Adrian's eyes held no emotion. The one standing in your way. The other wolves hesitated. They felt it. Power. Real power. Daniel scoffed. She's nothing. I rejected her. Adrian tilted his head. And yet she lived. Silence. Then, my claim, Adrian said. The words landed hard. Final. The other wolves stepped back. Instinct took over. Daniel's confidence cracked. You don't know what you're doing? Adrian stepped closer. I do. No shouting. No rushing. Just pressure. Daniel broke first. He turned. Left. The others followed. Gone. Just like that. Emily stared. It was over. No fight. No begging. No pain. Just done. She looked at Adrian. Why me? She asked. He walked back to her. Stopped close. Because you were left to die, he said. His voice stayed calm. But you didn't. Her chest tightened. You don't see it yet, he added. But you will. Emily felt tears rise. Not from pain, from something new. Relief. Adrian held out his hand. Stand. She hesitated, then placed her hand in his. He pulled her up gently. She stood. Weak, but standing. For the first time, he said, You're not alone. Emily looked at him, then toward the door. The storm had stopped. The world felt quiet. Different. And for the first time since everything broke, she felt chosen. Emily stood still, her hand still in Adrian's. Warm. Steady. Real. For a moment she did not move. She did not speak. She only breathed. Then the doubt crept in. They won't stop, she said quietly. Daniel, he doesn't let go. Adrian released her hand slowly. Good, he said. Emily frowned. Good? I don't like unfinished things. His tone stayed calm, but something darker sat beneath it. Emily wrapped the blanket tighter around herself. You don't understand him, she said. He cares about power, status. If I'm with you now, that threatens him. Adrian stepped toward the fire. I understand men like him, he said. He glanced back at her. They're loud when they think they're strong. A pause. Then quiet when they realize they're not. Emily swallowed. You sound sure. I am. Silence settled again, but this time it felt different. Less heavy. More controlled. Emily looked around the cabin. Simple. Clean. Strong wood. No wasted space. Do you live here alone? She asked. Yes. No pack? No. That surprised her. Every strong wolf led something, ruled somewhere. But you're not just any wolf, she said. Adrian did not answer. That was answer enough. A knock broke the silence. 3 short hits. Emily froze. Her body reacted before her mind. Fear. Adrian did not move fast. He walked to the door. Opened it. A man stood outside. Tall. Alert. Eyes sharp. He stepped in without asking. His gaze landed on Emily, then back to Adrian. They're gathering, the man said. Emily's stomach dropped. Adrian closed the door behind him. Where? He asked. North Ridge. Full pack. Emily stepped forward. They're coming here. The man looked at her again. Longer this time. She's the one? Adrian nodded once. The man exhaled slowly. That explains it. Emily frowned. Explains what? He ignored her question. They won't come small, he continued. Daniel is angry. Adrian's expression stayed the same. Let him be. The man crossed his arms. You want to fight? No, Adrian said. A pause. I want an end. If you've made it this far, tap like now. You're about to see where everything shifts. Emily stepped closer. You can't fight an entire pack alone. Adrian looked at her. Watch me. Her chest tightened. This isn't a game, she said. I know. They'll kill you. They'll try. The calm in his voice unsettled her more than anything. The man near the door spoke again. We should move her, he said. Hide her. Adrian shook his head. No. Emily blinked. No. If she runs now, Adrian said, they'll chase her forever. He stepped closer to her. This ends tonight. Her heart pounded. You're risking everything for me. No, he said. I'm ending something that should have never started. The room went quiet. Outside, the wind picked up again. Then, a howl. Closer this time. Emily flinched. They're here. Adrian moved to the door, opened it. Cold air rushed in. The forest stood still, but shadows moved between the trees. Wolves. Many. Eyes glowing in the dark. Watching. Waiting. Adrian stepped outside, bare feet on snow, unbothered. Emily moved to the doorway. Adrian. He did not look back. Stay inside. I'm not weak, she said. A small pause. Then, I know, he replied. That was enough. She stayed. But she watched. The wolves stepped out from the trees. One by one. Then many. Then all. They surrounded the cabin. Daniel stepped forward, smirking. This time, he said, you don't get lucky. Adrian stood still, silent, unmoved. You brought an army, Adrian said. Daniel shrugged. You forced my hand. Adrian's eyes scanned the pack. No fear, no hesitation. Last chance, Daniel added. Give her back. Adrian finally looked at him. No. The word landed like stone. Daniel's smile faded. Then you die with her. Adrian took one step forward. Snow cracked under his feet. Try. Silence snapped, then chaos. Wolves lunged. Fast. Teeth. Claws. Rage. Emily's heart slammed against her chest. But then, something changed. Adrian moved. Not like a normal wolf. Faster. Cleaner. Deadlier. He shifted mid-motion. Silver exploded into the night. Larger than before. Stronger. His presence crushed the air. He hit the first wolf. Sent it flying. The second tried to flank. Gone in seconds. The third hesitated. Too late. Emily stared. This wasn't a fight. It was control. Every move precise. Every strike final. And the pack began to slow. Fear spread. Daniel saw it. Keep going, he shouted. But it was already breaking. Adrian stood in the center. Untouched. Unshaken. Silver fur stained with snow. Not blood. Snow. He hadn't even taken damage. Emily felt it then. Clear. Strong. Certain. He was not just stronger. He was something else entirely. Daniel stepped back. For the first time. Afraid. Adrian shifted back. Walked toward him. Slow. Measured. It ends now, Adrian said. Daniel shook his head. You think you've won? I know I have. Daniel growled. This isn't over. Adrian stopped in front of him. No, he said. It is. The forest went silent. No one moved. No one breathed. Then Daniel lowered his gaze. Submission. It happened. Right there. Without another fight. Without another word. The pack followed. One by one. They stepped back. And then turned. Then left. Gone. Just like before. But this time. Final. Emily stepped outside slowly. The cold hit her again. But it didn't matter. She walked to Adrian, stopped in front of him. You could have killed him, she said. Yes. But you didn't. Adrian looked at her. He's not your past anymore, he said. You are. Her breath caught. You chose me, he added. Now choose yourself. If this moment hit you, subscribe now. The next part goes deeper than this. Emily looked around. The forest felt different now. Quieter. Safer. She looked back at Adrian, then nodded. I'm done running. A small smile touched his lips. Good. He turned slightly. Because this was only the beginning. Emily felt it too. Something bigger was coming. But this time, she wasn't afraid. She stood beside him, not behind, not broken, stronger, and ready. The forest stayed quiet after they left. Too quiet. Emily stood beside Adrian, her breath steady now. The fear that once controlled her had faded, replaced by something sharper. Awareness. This isn't over, she said. Adrian glanced at her. No, he replied. Now it begins. Emily frowned slightly. You said it was finished. With Daniel, Adrian said. Not with what's coming. A chill ran through her, and this time it had nothing to do with the cold. What do you mean? Adrian did not answer immediately. Instead, he looked toward the horizon, listening. Then, a distant sound, not a howl. Something deeper. Older. Emily felt it in her chest. Her wolf reacted instantly. Not fear, not pain. Something else. Recognition. What is that? She asked. Adrian's jaw tightened. They felt it. Felt what? You. Emily froze. Me? Yes. The word landed heavy. Before she could ask more, the ground beneath her feet trembled slightly, then stopped. Silence followed. But it felt wrong, like something was watching, from far away, from everywhere. Emily stepped closer to Adrian without thinking. You're not telling me everything, she said. I was waiting, he replied. For what? For you to stand on your own first. She held his gaze. I'm standing. A pause. Then Adrian nodded once. Good. He turned fully to her. You're not an ordinary wolf, Emily. Her chest tightened. I already know I'm weak. Stop, he said. Firm. That single word cut through her. You survived rejection and near death. Your wolf didn't die. He stepped closer. It adapted. Emily shook her head. That doesn't make me special. Adrian's eyes locked onto hers. It makes you rare. Silence. Then, you felt that just now, he continued. That pull. She nodded slowly. I did. That's not fear, he said. That's awakening. The word echoed in her mind. Awakening. Before she could respond, pain hit. Sharp. Sudden. Emily gasped and dropped to her knees. Her body tensed. Her chest burned. Her veins felt like fire. Adrian. He was already beside her. Stay with it, he said. I can't. You can. Her vision blurred. Her wolf surged forward, stronger than ever before. Not weak, not broken. Something new. Something rising. Emily screamed. Then, silence. Her breathing slowed. The pain faded. She looked down at her hands. They were shaking, but not from fear. From energy. Raw. Uncontrolled. What just happened? She whispered. Adrian studied her closely. It started. If you're still watching, tap like now. This is where her real power begins. Emily pushed herself up slowly. I don't understand. You will. That's not an answer. It's the truth. She stared at him, frustrated, confused. Then explain it better. Adrian exhaled slowly. Your bond broke, he said. Most wolves don't survive that. She nodded. I almost didn't. But you did, he continued. And instead of your wolf dying, a pause. It changed. Emily's heart pounded. Changed into what? Adrian looked at her like he was measuring something. Something ancient. The word hit different. Ancient. Like you? She asked quietly. A small silence followed. Then, yes. Emily took a step back. You're not just an alpha. No. Then what are you? Adrian held her gaze. The last of a bloodline that was never meant to exist again. The air felt heavier. And now, he added, you're becoming something close to it. Emily shook her head slowly. No, that's not possible. It already happened. She turned away, trying to process it. This is too much. Look at me, Adrian said. She did. You felt your strength just now, he continued. That wasn't imagination. She knew that. She felt it. Clear. Real. Why me? She asked again. Adrian stepped closer. Because you were pushed to the edge, he said. And instead of breaking, a slight pause. You changed. Emily swallowed. Her past, her pain, her rejection. It all led here. Then, that sound again. Closer this time. Emily stiffened. They're coming back? Adrian shook his head. No. His expression turned serious. This isn't them. The trees ahead began to move, not from wind, from presence. Something stepped out of the shadows. Not a wolf. Not human. Something in between. Tall, still, watching. Emily's heart pounded again. What is that? Adrian's voice dropped. Proof. Proof of what? That you were noticed. The figure took a step forward. Its eyes locked onto Emily. Not Adrian. Her. A voice followed. Calm. Cold. You finally woke up. Emily froze. I don't know you. The figure tilted its head slightly. But we know you. Adrian stepped in front of her. Leave. The figure did not move. She belongs to something bigger now, it said. Adrian's presence darkened. She belongs to herself. A pause. Then the figure smiled faintly. We'll see. And just like that, it disappeared. Gone. No sound, no trace. Emily's breath came fast. What was that? Adrian did not answer immediately. Then, a warning. Emily looked at him. For who? Adrian's eyes stayed on the empty forest. For anyone who tries to take you. If this part got you hooked, subscribe now. What's coming next changes everything. Emily stood still. Her heart raced, but she didn't feel weak. Not anymore. She looked at her hands again, then at Adrian, then back at the forest. They said I belonged to something, she said. Adrian nodded slightly. They're wrong. She frowned. They sounded sure. Adrian looked at her. So am I. A pause. Then he added, You're not something to be claimed anymore. Emily felt that settle deep inside her. Not claimed, not rejected, not controlled. She took a step forward, toward the forest, toward whatever was coming. This time, she said quietly, I choose what I become. Adrian watched her, then stepped beside her. Good, he said, because whatever just found her was not done yet, and neither was she. The forest did not move again. No sound, no shadow, but Emily knew it was not over. She stood still, her chest rising slow, controlled. The fear was gone now. In its place sat something stronger. Clarity. Adrian watched her. You feel it, he said. Emily nodded. Yes. Then don't fight it. She closed her eyes. For the first time, she did not resist what was inside her. Her wolf rose. Not weak, not broken, whole, stronger than it had ever been. Energy moved through her body. Not painful this time, steady, controlled. When she opened her eyes again, something had changed. She could see clearer, hear deeper, feel everything. I'm not the same, she said. Adrian gave a slight nod. You're not. A quiet moment passed between them. Then Emily stepped forward. No more running, she said. No more fear. Adrian watched her carefully. What are you going to do? Emily looked toward the trees where the figure had appeared, then back at him. I'm ending it. Her voice stayed calm, certain. Adrian studied her for a second, then stepped aside. Then I'll stand with you. Emily shook her head. This part, I need to do it. A pause. Adrian did not argue. Then I'll be right here. She nodded once. That was enough. If you've stayed with this story, tap like now. You're about to see how it ends. Emily walked forward, into the trees, alone. The air shifted as she moved, like the forest itself was watching, waiting. She stopped at the exact place the figure had stood before. Silence. Then, show yourself, she said. No fear in her voice, no hesitation. For a moment, nothing happened. Then the air rippled. The figure returned. Same stillness, same cold presence. You came, it said. Emily held its gaze. I'm not hiding anymore. The figure tilted its head. You've changed. Yes. A pause. Good, it said. Emily frowned. You wanted this? We needed this. Emily's eyes narrowed. I'm not yours. The figure stepped closer. We don't want to own you. Then what? To test you. The word landed sharp. Emily took a breath. Then do it. No fear. No doubt. The figure studied her. Then, it moved. Fast. Faster than before. But Emily moved too. Her body reacted without thought. She blocked, turned, struck. The force shocked even her. The figure stepped back. Interested. Not angry. Again, it said. They moved at the same time. This time Emily felt it clearly. Every motion, every shift, every breath. She was not guessing anymore. She knew. The fight was fast, precise, controlled. Not chaos. Not survival. Mastery. Emily landed the final strike. The figure stopped, then slowly lowered its hands. Silence followed. You've proven it, it said. Emily's chest rose, steady. Proven what? That you're not a result of weakness. A pause. Your evolution. The word sat heavy, but this time it did not scare her. Emily straightened. Then hear this, she said. I don't belong to you. The figure nodded. We know. Another pause. Then why come for me? The figure looked at her, calm. Because others will. Emily's eyes sharpened. Let them. The figure studied her one last time, then it stepped back. You won't be hunted, it said. You'll be watched. And just like before, it disappeared. Gone. Final. Emily stood alone again. But this time, she felt no presence watching her. No weight, no threat, just quiet. Real quiet. She turned, walked back. When she stepped out of the trees, Adrian was there, waiting. He looked at her, then nodded once. It's done. Emily exhaled slowly. Yes. She walked up to him. No hesitation now. No doubt. It's over, she said. Adrian studied her face. Not broken, not lost, whole. Then what now? He asked. Emily looked out at the open land beyond the forest. The snow had stopped. The sky was clear. For the first time, everything felt open. She smiled slightly. We live. Simple. Direct. True. Adrian's expression softened just a little. Together? He asked. Emily looked at him. Not as someone saving her, not as someone claiming her, but as someone who stood beside her. She reached for his hand, held it. Together, she said. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe now. More stories like this are coming. The wind moved softly through the trees. No storm, no fear, no past chasing her. Emily Carter was not the girl left to die in the snow anymore. She was the one who walked out of it, stronger, chosen, and finally, free. Morning came slow and quiet. Light spread across the snow in soft gold. Emily stood outside the cabin, breathing in the cold air. It no longer burned. It felt sharp, clean, alive. She closed her eyes for a second. No fear, no pain, only control. Behind her, the door opened. Adrian stepped out. "You didn't sleep," he said. "I did," Emily replied. "Just not for long." He studied her. "You're different today." She nodded. "I know." A short silence passed. Then Emily spoke again. "I kept thinking about what that thing said." Adrian leaned against the cabin wall. "That others will come." "Yes." She looked out at the trees. "I don't want to wait for that." Adrian's gaze sharpened. "What are you saying?" Emily turned to him. "I don't want to hide here." "Good," he said. "I want more than survival," she added. A pause. "I want a place. My place." Adrian watched her closely. "You're talking about building something." "Yes." Her voice stayed steady. "Not a pack like before." "Then what?" Emily took a step closer. "A place where no one gets thrown away," she said. "No weak, no rejected, no forgotten." Adrian did not respond immediately. He looked at her like he was weighing every word. "That won't be easy," he said. "I know. You'll be challenged. I expect it. You'll be tested." She held his gaze. "I already have been." Silence. Then Adrian gave a small nod. "Then we don't wait." Emily felt something settle inside her. Not hope. Decision. If you're still here, tap like now. This is where her new story begins. Hours later, they stood at the edge of a wide valley. Snow covered the ground, but beneath it lay strong land. Open, untouched. Emily stepped forward. "This is it." Adrian looked around. "You're sure?" "Yes." She turned slowly, taking it all in. "No past here. No memory of who I was. Only who I choose to be." Adrian stepped beside her. "Then we start here." Emily nodded, but before she could speak again, movement. At the edge of the valley. A small group approached. Not aggressive. Careful. Wolves. Thin. Worn. One stepped forward. A young woman. Her eyes held fear, but also something else. Hope. "We heard," she said slowly. "Heard what?" Emily asked. "That someone survived," the woman replied. "Someone strong." Emily glanced at Adrian, then back at them. "And?" The woman swallowed. "We came to see if it was true." Emily stepped forward. No distance now, no walls. "It is," she said. The group exchanged looks, uncertain. The woman spoke again. "We were cast out," she said. "Like you." Emily felt that. Deep. Real. She nodded. "Then you're not alone anymore." The words landed. Soft, but strong. The group relaxed slightly. Not fully, but enough. Adrian watched quietly. He said nothing. This was hers. Emily looked at them, then at the land behind her, then back again. "You can stay," she said. No hesitation, no conditions, just truth. The woman's eyes filled slightly. "Why?" she asked. Emily answered without pause. "Because I know what it feels like to be left behind." Silence. Then the group stepped closer, slow, careful, but forward. Adrian walked up beside Emily. Low voice. "You just started something." Emily looked ahead. "I know." More figures appeared in the distance. Then more. Word was spreading. Fast. Not fear. Not control. Something else. Choice. Emily stood taller, not as someone who was saved, but as someone who now leads. Not by force, but by understanding. She looked at Adrian. "You staying?" A small pause. Then, "I'm not going anywhere." She smiled slightly. That was enough. If you want more stories like this, subscribe now. The next journey is even bigger. The wind moved across the valley, but it carried no storm, only change. Emily Carter was no longer the girl who was left to die. She was the one others walked toward. And this time, she did not stand alone. Emily did not move after she spoke. The valley stayed still. Every wolf behind her watched, not forced, not afraid, waiting. And then one of them stepped forward. The same young woman from before. "What do we call you?" she asked. Emily paused. That question mattered. Not a title, not something given, something chosen. She looked at the ground for a second, then back up. "Emily is fine," she said. A few of them exchanged looks, confused. "No alpha?" the woman asked. Emily shook her head. "No titles." Adrian glanced at her but said nothing. Emily continued. "You don't need to bow to me," she said. "You don't need to fear me." A pause. "But if you stand here?" Her voice sharpened slightly. "You stand for each other." That landed deeper than any command. The group nodded slowly. Understanding, not control. Choice. If you're still here, tap like now. This is where everything locks in. Days passed. The valley changed. Not fast, but steady. Shelter went up. Fire pits burned through the night. Food was shared. No one fought for rank. No one fought for power. It felt different. Strange at first, then natural. Emily moved through it all. Not above, among. She listened, watched, learned, and every day her strength grew. Not just power, control. One evening, as the sun dropped low, Adrian stood beside her again. "You built this fast," he said. Emily looked out at the valley. "They built it," she replied. Adrian gave a small nod. "They follow you." Emily shook her head slightly. "They trust me." A pause. "That's different." Adrian looked at her for a moment, then, "You've changed more than them." Emily let out a quiet breath. "I had to." Silence. Then, a howl cut through the air. Sharp, urgent, not from inside, from outside. Emily turned instantly. "That's not ours." Adrian's expression hardened. "No." Movement followed. Fast. A wolf stumbled into the valley, injured, bleeding. He collapsed near the edge. Emily ran to him, dropped to her knees. "Stay with me," she said. The wolf shifted weakly into a man. His breathing was uneven. "They're coming," he gasped. Emily's eyes sharpened. "Who?" "Hunters?" The word hit hard. Not wolves, not packs. Something worse. "They don't care about rank," he added. "They kill everything." Adrian stepped forward. "How far?" "Close." The man's eyes met Emily's. "You need to run." Emily shook her head slowly. "No." Adrian looked at her. "Emily." "No," she repeated. Her voice stayed calm, clear. "They came here." A pause. "Then this is where it stops." The man grabbed her arm weakly. "You don't understand." Emily held his gaze. "I do." She stood, turned to the valley. Every wolf was watching now, and waiting. She took a breath, then spoke. "No one runs," she said. The words carried, strong, certain. "If they want this place," a pause. "They go through us." Silence. Then, one by one, the wolves stepped forward. Not forced, not ordered. They chose it. Adrian stepped beside her. "You're leading them into war," he said quietly. Emily looked ahead. "No." Her eyes sharpened. "I'm showing them we don't break anymore. If this moment hits, subscribe now. This is the turning point." The wind shifted. Then, they appeared. Figures at the edge of the valley. Not wolves. Humans. Armed, cold, calculated. They spread out slowly, confident, used to winning. One of them stepped forward. "You're trespassing," he said. Emily walked ahead of her group, calm, steady. "No," she replied. "You are." The man smirked. "You don't get to decide that." Emily stopped a few steps away. Her presence changed. Not loud, but heavy. "Yes," she said. "I do." The man's expression shifted slightly. He felt it, even if he didn't understand it. "Last chance," he said. "Walk away." Emily held his gaze. No. Silence. Then, the man raised his weapon. Big mistake. Before he could act, Emily moved. Faster than before, cleaner, controlled. She knocked the weapon aside, turned, struck. He hit the ground hard. The others reacted instantly. Chaos. But not like before. This time, Emily wasn't surviving. She was leading. "Hold the line," she said. The wolves moved together, not scattered, not panicked, together. Adrian shifted beside her. Silver flashed again, but this time he wasn't alone. Emily stepped forward. Energy surged through her, not wild, focused. Every move she made carried weight, precision. The hunters faltered. They weren't ready for this. Not unity, not control, not her. One by one, they fell back, retreated, broken. The last one standing looked at Emily, confused, shaken. "What are you?" he asked. Emily stepped forward, calm, certain. Someone who didn't die when she was supposed to. He said nothing, then turned, ran, gone. Silence returned, but it felt different now. Earned. The valley stood, untouched, safe. Emily turned back. The wolves looked at her. Not with fear, not with doubt, with trust. Adrian walked up beside her. "This time," he said quietly, "you didn't just survive." Emily nodded. "I know." She looked around, at all of them, at what they built, at what they protected. And then she said it. Soft, but strong. "This is home." No one argued. Because now, it was true. And this time, nothing was taking it away. Emily stood at the front of the valley. No fear, no hesitation, only decision. The wounded wolf's warning still echoed in her mind. They were coming. Not wolves, not rivals. Hunters. She looked back at the people behind her. Not a pack, not followers. People who chose to stand. "With me," she said, calm and clear. "No one runs." Silence. Then one step, then another. They moved forward. Together. Adrian stepped beside her. "You're sure about this?" he asked quietly. Emily kept her eyes ahead. "Yes." A pause. "Because this ends here." If you've stayed this long, subscribe now. You just reached the final moment. The wind shifted. Then they appeared. Figures at the edge of the valley. Armed. Cold. Certain. They spread out slowly, like they had done this many times before. One stepped forward. "You don't belong here," he said. Emily walked forward to meet him. Steady. "You're the ones who don't belong." The man smirked. "You don't understand what we do." Emily stopped a few steps away. Her presence pressed into the space between them. "I understand enough." A pause. "You destroy what you fear." The man's grip tightened on his weapon. "Last chance," he said. "Walk away." Emily's voice stayed calm. "No." That single word ended it. The man raised his weapon, but he never got the shot. Emily moved first. Fast, precise. She knocked it aside, turned, struck. He hit the ground, hard. The rest rushed forward. Chaos broke, but not inside the valley. Not this time. Emily turned sharply. "Hold your ground." They did. Not scattered. Not afraid. Together. Adrian shifted beside her. Silver flashed across the battlefield. But this time, he wasn't the only one they feared. Emily stepped forward. Power surged through her. Controlled, focused. Every move landed. Every strike counted. The hunters faltered. They weren't ready for this. Not unity, not resistance, not her. One by one. They stepped back, then turned, then ran. Gone. The valley stood untouched. Silence returned, but it felt earned. Emily stood still, breathing steady, alive, in control. The last hunter, wounded, looked at her before retreating. "What are you?" he asked. Emily met his eyes, calm, certain. "I'm the one who survived." He said nothing, then disappeared into the trees. Gone. For good. Emily turned back. The people behind her watched. Not with fear, not with doubt, with trust. Adrian walked up beside her. "This time," he said quietly, "you didn't just survive." Emily nodded. In her eyes moved across the valley, at everything they built, at everything they protected. Then she said it, soft, final. "This is home." No one argued, no one questioned it. Because now, it was true. Emily Carter was no longer the girl left to die in the snow. She was the one who stood her ground. And this time, no one left her behind. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe for more powerful werewolf stories like this one. And tell me in the comments, which country or state are you from? And also let me know if you want more part of the story.